Fury Unleashed is brought to you by Live Oak Vodka. No matter what is thrown our way, Texans have a way of not only surviving, but rising above it. Call it determination. We have the heart of a mighty oak. That mighty oak can be found in the spirit of Live Oak Vodka, Texas's only handmade vodka. Check them out now at coastalbendistilling.com. Live Oak Vodka, baby. Let's go.
It's time to unleash the fury!
Yeah, I'm good for a pound. I'm not keto like you. Maybe this new year. Maybe I'll join you, go keto.
January 1st.
Yeah, let's
Go
go.
for 30 days and see how you feel.
Let's go.
Fucking have shredded ass Wayne.
Shredded Wayne.
He'll be back. He's been gone for a while.
Shredded Wayne.
Shredded ass Wayne.
The jacket just trying to stay on him.
Mm-hmm. But in a different area.
You guys got any plans for the New Year's?
Work.
Ooh, calm down, Jamal. Damn.
I don't believe Diego.
Yeah.
Promise.
I
Who
don't
you
think
telling?
work.
You want? You can go. You can. I can go live on New Year's Eve. Well, New Year's Day.
Can you have a
Nah.
ride along, partner?
Come on.
We should go.
Let's go take a ride along.
We should. How many can you bring? Can you bring all of us?
No, not everybody.
Just one.
I bet we made a couple of phone calls.
Listen, I'll sit in the passenger and these two in the back.
Hey, do you cover Shore Acres?
No.
I got some pull in Shore Acres if we need it.
Can you imagine us on a ride along with Diego?
He'd be fired. He would get fired the moment they hear
Okay, promise us
anything.
this. The day before you retire or quit or whatever the fuck, take us on a ride along.
Okay.
And we're just gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna pull.
We're gonna
random
run
people.
the fucking lights. And
Whoa, hey, whoa, calm down. Running lights. Whoa.
We're gonna do a bunch
What's
of
the name
shit.
of that movie with the Wayne kid?
Super bad.
It's, no, it's not super
The
bad.
Wayne.
The Wayne kid.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
No. They pretended to be cops throughout the night.
That was super bad.
Oh, the Wayans.
The Wayans?
The Wayans brothers. One of the Wayans brothers was in that movie.
The son.
Bad Cops or no?
Yeah, something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Wait, okay. Whenever you say the Wayans
Don't
kids,
cross-
I'm thinking like the real Wayans. Something like the offering, like Damon Wayans' son is in that. It's a cop movie. I saw it. I remember like
Let's be
that
cops
much
or
about
bad
it.
cops.
What
Yeah.
was it? Don't cause trouble in South Central or drinking your juice in the
Yeah.
hood or some
Don't
shit
be a
like-
minute.
Don't be a minute.
It's some blatant rip off of that, like a
Yeah.
variation of it.
Yeah, I don't remember that movie at all.
Don't be a jive sucker if you're a cop in South LA or
bunch
something.
of jive turkeys out there.
It's a pretty good, funny movie.
I don't remember that one at all. I remember what was the money movie with DMX in it? Blood
Belly.
Money? Blood Money?
Belly. It's
Oh,
not.
the
Cradle
funny
to the
one
Grave.
or Cradle to the
Cradle to
Grave?
the Grave. Yeah, with DMX.
Cradle to the
Belly is
Grave.
with Nas and.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Belly. Juice.
Juice is the one, man.
Yeah.
Paid in full.
Hey, you!
What about paid in full?
What about New Jack City? I enjoyed that one.
I mean, if we're just gonna do historically black movies, I guess we're gonna do Boys in the Hood. Well, we're at it.
Little Menace to Society.
I mean, The Wood. The Wood.
The
Come
wood
on,
was
hey.
good. The wood was good. Once you get a little bit
Brothers,
older,
the
you
brothers,
appreciate it.
Yeah, you do appreciate The Wood as you get older.
What about the brothers?
It was good. It was good.
What about Two Can Play That Game? You ever see that?
What about was it Poetic Justice?
Poetic Justice, yeah, with
Janet
Tupac and Janet
her
Jackson.
peas.
One of my favorites is like the Best Man or Best Man Holiday.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Damn, what was the dude that the?
Morris Chestnut.
I can see.
Tay
I can
Diggs.
see the cover. Yeah, Tay Diggs. I can see the cover of it. Yeah,
Think Like a Man.
man.
If you can't think of the name, go with Tay Diggs. He's probably been in it.
Haven't mentioned any white movies during that entire run.
Yeah, Eric's blacker than all three of
I
us.
don't think I grew up watching many like white movies though.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
They're all holiday.
As white as they get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
Back to the Future,
My
but that's not
favorite
really a holiday movie.
is, A Bronx Tale. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Is that just because it shows places you grew up in?
I don't know if I've watched that before.
You gotta watch it. You
Who's
gotta
in
watch
that?
it. It's Robin De Niro,
Yeah.
All I
Norm Materi, and then a lot of the wise guy.
Leo's in that, right?
Robert De Niro.
Or am
I
I?
think that's The Departed. That's
Okay,
The Departed?
maybe I am. I don't know.
Leo,
Okay.
Leo, that's with Jack Nicholson.
Right.
Yeah, maybe
plays
I'm
like
thinking
a
of
cop.
that. So isn't
That's
the
a good movie,
one you're
too.
talking about? That's the one where he's like he only does it doggy style and her face is in the pillow. What movie is this?
So the movie,
that?
the movie's about
What
a
movie
kid.
is
It's
growing
that.
up. No,
Yes, it is. It's that one.
it's a kid growing up, and he's following the wise guy.
Diego doesn't remember his own movie.
What movie is that?
That one, A Bronx Tale.
Classic. It's classic. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go find that part. I'm gonna send it to you. Oh yeah. Wayne, that one was in the movie. Sorry,
You know, I
we won't
watched-
get
that's
a retraction though.
To reenact.
It's funny. Just
Yeah,
a few
exactly.
weeks ago, I watched "Do the Right Thing" again.
Okay, Spike Lee.
Yeah. Radio Raheem coming down. I first time I'd seen. It'd been a while. Since I'd seen that one, and then right on after that, I didn't watch all. It was Jungle Fever. Came on right after that. Yeah. Yeah. One of
You got jungle fever.
That was the first interracial.
Well, I mean, you know,
I think it was the first big
yeah,
like that got
That's
talked
what-
like
about.
the first big commercial.
Is that Wesley
Was that Snipes?
I think so.
Who?
No, who was the dude? Who was the pizza delivery guy? He was the same dude because he went from. He was in both. He was in
That was
Do the Right Thing and let's see. I can't remember.
Jungle Fever.
Dude, that fucking who sang that? Who sang that fucking movie?
Stevie Wonder.
Shit was catchy as fuck for a while. Spike Lee. It was Wesley Snipes.
Oh, yeah, I told you.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, dude.
And who's the girl?
The chick was
Annabella Sciorra.
Angie Tucci.
Got Jungle Fever. And then Wesley did White Man Can't Jump.
Oh
shit.
man. See, we're out of the holiday movies now, but dude, that's a classic.
What's up, Diego?
Like Adam C is saying, how many bites does it take for you to down 1 pound and a half ounce of brisket?
How many bites for him? Eric, about 4.5 probably.
Nah, it took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Speaking of
Nah, Eric gobbles some meat, man. 5 minutes.
food challenges, my son had to do like a pancake challenge yesterday because he lost his fantasy football
Oh
league.
shit. Okay.
Do 24 pancakes in 24 hours.
How'd that go?
Man, he called me like 2 hours in and he had only ate 7. So
Was he sitting at the place you like
Yeah,
IHOP or
Denny's.
something? Yeah.
sitting at Denny's with all his buddies, and for every pancake, he has to be there for 24 hours.
But every pancake he eats takes away an hour, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
So
that.
he was there like 5 hours,
Oh man.
Did he end up eating all of them? Oh gosh, dude.
and then he came home and I fucking hear him in the garage walking on the treadmill.
I thought you were gonna hear him in the toilet, like
Throwing up.
He
yeah,
eat all
puking
day.
up
He
pancakes,
eat
man.
it, And he's like, man, tomorrow I'm on it. Like I'm gonna really start tracking
I've never
my
been,
macros
I've never
and
been
all
into
this
those big like food challenges.
shit. Oh, I have some good ones if it's a good one. Wings, I could.
I did the Whataburger one, you know, where you had to eat like the four
Y'all did that years ago.
favorites things. Yeah.
They used to come to Cage Combat in Humble and then go to the Whataburger right down
Yeah.
the street. And it was always like Morono.
Hoffman,
Yeah,
Barry,
AJ,
Barry. I think Cody still at that time, Cody Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a chicken tender
Yeah.
sandwich.
And Morano and Hoffman can fucking throw down some food, dude.
Good old Humble.
Hey, shout out to Alex Morano yesterday, beating up my boy Devin. Devin, yeah, he went out to war. You know, we're affiliates of war, so he tries to go out and cross train when he can. And he come back and he's like, I got to go with Alex today. I was like, oh yeah, how'd that go? He's like, he's really good. I'm like, yeah.
It launches at.
Yeah, he's
Surprisingly good,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's shocking. The guy's been in the UFC for 20 fucking fights. Like, yeah, he's amazingly good. Like, probably I think he's super underrated. Like when we talk about Texas and Houston, like MMA guys, and super underrated, undervalued. To me, Alex has got to be like top three
He's the
or
type
top
of guy though
five.
that's gonna run his career the way Derek Lewis did, and he's gonna stay in the UFC as long as he wants.
Yeah,
And when he says I'm done, then he's done.
I mean he's got a successful gym.
Yeah.
You know, outside
He's
of
done it right.
outside of the fighters and stuff like that, like he's stuck with his gym. He's built his gym up. He's grown it,
What else?
and
He has jungle fever.
He's got jungle fever,
Jungle fever.
and he's you know, like, but he's also done the right. He's never been. I don't think he's ever fought for a title. You know, as far as like UFC, I don't think he's really been in that area just yet. He's had some runs, but I don't think you would. Why wouldn't you? Most guys would give up everything to have the career that he's had. You know, especially when it comes to fighting. Like if I told you you're going to spend the next 15 to 20 fights in the UFC, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
And most importantly of all, he commentates for the best organization.
That's true.
In Texas.
I know that's got to be the highlight of his career.
That's true.
I
Also
mean,
Fury when he's not doing that. So when he's not doing Sub Hunter, he comes out.
Like, dude, he's got it made.
Yeah, he really does, man. Like I tell our guys at the gym all the time, like if you're gonna have a career and you want to model after somebody, if Alex got injured tomorrow and never fought again, he's got his gym, his face, all these stuff to fall back on.
super successful career, man.
Yeah, you
The
know,
nice Ferrari.
outside of,
man.
and this is like outside of just fighting. You
Has
know,
a G-Wagon.
he's probably got all those things. Yeah. 2 G-Wagons, last I heard.
2 Rolexes.
Yep. Well, he's got a rollie on each hand.
Yeah.
I heard he wears a rollie on one of his ankles.
Yeah.
That's why he kind of like walks on top of his balls and his feet all the
toes,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to keep that rollie on
That's it.
as he's moving. Well, fuck, we went from holiday movies to Alex Morano got rollies on his
He's
feet.
got Ricky Tercius in the gym.
That's
He's
it.
also in the UFC.
Yeah.
Ricky, no.
Diego, what's your do you guys have like a family tradition or like a family what's your family movie you guys watch?
Elf.
Elf?
Pretty much Elf.
What you guys?
What did we watch this year? I mean, we go back and forth from Almost Christmas to 4 Christmases.
Yeah.
Polar Express.
Polar Express, yeah.
Yeah, Home
I was
Alone.
actually watching Polar
Alone?
Express.
Home Alone's the one we usually watch. We make sure we get that one in there.
Speaking of Macaulay Culkin, I seen like a post the other day that said he was trying to buy, or he was thinking about buying the house that they filmed Home Alone in.
That's crazy.
You know, most of that was actually filmed in a high school gym.
Yeah.
They like rebuilt a set and the house and everything. Like they did certain shots at the house, but yeah, they did most of it in the gym. So maybe he's gonna go
That
buy
was
the
such a
gym.
Cool Christmas house. But
Yeah,
maybe just for that, because of that movie, but that was a cool ass Christmas house.
it'd be badass if he bought it. I wonder what he wants to do with it. Surely he's not gonna go live in it.
No, it's
Everybody goes to see the Home Alone house. Macaulay Culkin's like, out there watering the yard. Hey guys, hey, 20 bucks to take a picture with Macaulay doing that at 50.
I love seeing those things where they try to estimate how much the dad must have been making to be able to afford
Oh, yeah, he's
all
a
those
drug
first
lord.
class- all these first class flights and that home.
I saw
In New York?
I saw like an
New
article
York?
where
Was it?
I think it was in New York. Yeah.
one of the guys who wrote the movie or whatever, he was saying, well, the mom was like a high-end fashion designer, so she would have been a successful, person in her career. And I don't really remember what the dad did, but he wasn't a mob boss. You're basically saying, yeah, he was in organized crime or something. I don't remember exactly what he did. Dude, you're the guy that made the movie. So
Yeah.
he's basically confirming everybo's
They never
suspicious,
really
I felt
said
like.
in the movie what his job was.
No.
My kids didn't understand either. I was showing them like how. You guys all remember when you could just walk up to the airport and go to the gate and buy a ticket.
You used to be able to also just like walk in with somebody, like say goodbye and watch
Yeah.
the plane fly off and then leave. And
Or
none of
walk
that.
up and
Yeah.
meet somebody at the gate as they were getting off the
9/11.
plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, see, what happens is the government likes to take rights away from us, Eric.
Well, look at 9/11. Now you gotta.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And look at COVID.
It's crazy. Like there
About,
was
about every 20 years, they do like this power grab where they try to take a right from
Speaking
you.
of COVID, who was the first promotion to come back after COVID?
I believe that was Fury Fighting Championship.
Oh, yeah, those guys too. Yeah.
I believe it was the UFC.
It was Fight Island.
yeah. Did they ever really stop? He just went and bought an island.
Man,
Dana don't fuck around.
remember how crazy like that shit was then? Like all the rules we had to have.
When Dana was like, "You want to be a pussy? Stay in your house."
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how I felt about it too.
You had you had to write out like what the new how was everything how people were going to be, how we were going to mandate
We had
everything.
to make a whole fucking set of rules and shit.
Yeah.
And how we were gonna fucking put them up in hotel rooms and
Yep.
keep them away from each other.
How
in
we
the
were going
venue.
to verify that they were all quarantined the right amount of time.
I had to have a
And you had to pay for those tests.
COVID.
too.
Yeah, I had to have a COVID company come in on weigh-in and test everyone, staff and everybody.
Yep.
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Paying for all that shit.
What the fuck was wrong with everybody? Everybody bought into it and played along with it. If you
But
didn't,
you know what? Like, that's what separated the men from the boys.
Yeah,
Straight
I
up. Who else
guess you
was-
could make
who
that
else-
point.
Who else was gonna do that?
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody else
yeah,
would
we,
No, nobody
we
else
did
was
what we had to do
And
to
if the shit happened,
keep the show
today,
going on.
Nobody else would do that either.
Nah.
We would.
We would do it.
Let's do it again.
would fucking
Whatever stupid rule we
I'd bitch about it the whole time
I
too.
would too.
And then I'd sneak out of the hotel because I had a mask on and they couldn't tell it was me.
I love looking back. I go back and look at some of the fights when I'm doing like highlights and stuff like that, or I'm thinking of things. And it's crazy to watch two guys in the cage beating the shit out of each other and a referee with a fucking mask
Oh my
on.
God, that was the dumbest thing. Yeah, like how are they supposed to hear instructions? That whole thing was just crazy, man.
Yeah, it was.
Poor
such
Joe
a,
Solis.
such an odd time.
Yeah, poor Joe Leese having to wear that mask.
It was such an odd time, and everybody was worried about upsetting somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
We
was.
did like 4 cards like that, or 5.
4 or 5,
Test
yeah.
everybody and
Yeah.
Masks and 50% capacity. I want to say the Jacob Silva and CJ
It was.
was still during COVID.
It was.
It was.
It was. Joe had the
I think
mask
they
on.
raised it up
Yeah.
at 7%.
And I remember Mick coming in there and being like, "There ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
This ain't no
Yeah.
80% capacity.
Sure
bro.
it is.
Bullshit."
I
I
remember.
said, "Yeah, it is, Mick."
Of course it is.
I remember
Yeah, it
them
is.
wanting all of our staff to get every time we were at the venue or like we had to get it. They wanted us to get a test, and we were going back and forth so much that I just avoided everyone, and we just kept saying, "Yeah, wait, I did my test." And we'll just go on. Like, what am I supposed to do? Take 9 fucking
And
tests?
it was like 200 and something bucks a person
Every time.
every fucking time, man.
I remember Isaiah Carey came to one of the submission hunter cards,
Yeah.
and Eric's dad was like, "Hey, Isaiah Carey's here. Make sure you're like telling everybody wear their masks and stuff. We don't want to be on the news. He might be undercover."
And then he did an interview with me like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
He called and did one of those FaceTime things just to ask about COVID and all this shit.
Yeah, badass. So he didn't like throw you under the bus.
He was like,
You were supposed to be at 50% capacity, but
"Y'all did a great job."
awesome.
Yeah, it's been a lot of different experiences we've had since COVID, really since everything. Like, and honestly, that was the start of this explosion, this ride that we've been on for these last few years with the growth. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the article that dropped yesterday from MMA Mania?
No.
So they released an article yesterday. Shout out to our guy Alex Behoon, and I think it's Behiney. I'm not sure how you say it. Behoonin, maybe so. So our
Remember
100th
he tried
show.
to get a kid's meal at the
He did try to.
at Matiki
What are you,
Island.
like? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are
Alex?
you doing?
This
Yeah,
is
it's gonna-
embarrassing.
a fucking man's meal.
Yeah, come on.
Our 100th show coincides with LFA's 200th show.
Yeah.
And so when I first read the article yesterday, I wasn't exactly thrilled that it's basically an article about both promotions.
Fair
And
enough, the 2 best.
well, that's exactly what he wrote. The top 2 regional promotions in the world are celebrating these milestone events, and we're each having. It's funny, we each have 3 title fights on them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the cards are very similar. They laid out the cards, and I'll be honest, that is probably the best card LFA's done in a while. It's a really good card. It really, really is.
Is that Miles John? Is that Johns? Elijah Johns?
I think so. Yeah, I didn't memorize theirs, but when I was reading it,
Ours is fucking solid.
but their card, it's good, man. It really is, and I do like the fact that
As it should be.
the 2 most prominent American regional shows are it's us and LFA, and we're both hitting these milestones in January. And when you look back, and yeah, you're right, it is Elijah Johns takes on interim champ Larry Ann Douglas. It's a fucking good card, man. I can't sit here and knock their card. It's very good. I do think ours is better overall. I think we definitely have more prospects on this card, but dude, it's really is pretty cool to see.
Oh, there's a picture of me.
It really is cool to see, looking back, how for a long time for most people, LFA was the only regional. Like it was that was it. That's where you go and look and
Shout out who? Mick.
shout out to Mick. Yeah, shout
100%.
out to Mick, man, for 100%. And man, I came from a legacy and the original LFA. Like we were all together,
LFC.
and it was a cool idea putting RFA and legacy together. growing the sport and doing exactly what LFA has done. You know, Mick started it. Mick did exactly what he wanted to do, and Ed and those guys and Mark Beery, I think, who is the guy who really doesn't get enough shine. They've done a great fucking job, man. Like LFA puts guys in consistently. They are, you know, they've got the biggest budget to go out and do these things, but we're right there with them. And
Well,
it's really cool to see us starting to get the not I guess I would say respect the respect nationally that I think we deserve. I don't think, you know, you can go through either organization now and get to the UFC.
Long overdue respect.
So it was cool, man. I had to sit back for a moment after the first part of the article. I was like, man, I want to read about fucking LFA and why we're doing our shit. And then I
love
sat
to
back.
read about other organizations.
It was cool, man. The more I sat back,
like to
so
compare.
thank you, Alex. It was cool. It was a cool article to see. I'll get that posted up on our pages this week.
We'll get you some ribs.
Yeah, a full man's plate too, not just the.
Matiki Island.
That place
Shout out
is so
Matiki
good.
Island.
Have you found a Hawaiian place out here you like?
No.
There's one in Katy I want to try. It's not Matiki, but it's like Mai Kai or something, like really close. It's Mai Kai something Island Grill.
Have you been to 100% Taquito?
Oh, 59?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went over there last week and for the first time.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
It's not bad, man. Nice little margarita.
Have
Before
either
the Rockets game?
So y'all live on the north. Have either of y'all been to this Tony sandwich shop in Spring?
I have. Oh, bro.
Is it that good?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Oh, dude.
It's supposed to be like the #1 sandwich.
Yeah.
shop.
Tony's Deli.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right by my house.
You hear that? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Yeah,
what do you
I'll have
get
to
you?
swing by.
You go in there and get you like a pastrami or something.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's massive. Chicken parm.
So
Meatball.
it's on like it's all over like TikTok and Yelp and all this. But I guess last year or this
It's right
year
off of Kirkendall.
they were given like the #1 sandwich in the United States.
Like over by 99 in Kirkendall, or
Past 99, going more north.
okay.
Like Rayford and Kirkendall. Dude, it's good, man.
How long has it been around?
A long time. Since I moved to Tomball in 16, and I think it was already there.
Oh wow.
It's been a while. They got great sandwiches, man.
What you doing,
Rubbing
Jake?
onto your chin.
It's his beard. It's his beard every time he drops his chin. Yeah, put that.
It's good, see.
Gotta put that 2-piece away up there.
Hey, excuse me. What is that? What movie is that from?
Excuse. God, where he's the creepy fucking.
Name that movie where the dude says excuse. He's rubbing on the leg. Excuse.
Yeah, but they're on the train. They're on the train. He's got the creepy little mustache. It's dude from SNL too.
Yep.
Is that
Trading Places?
not
I don't
Road
know,
Trip,
man.
But like
Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Euro trip, man.
he's sitting there, excuse me.
Euro trip.
And like at one point, is his pants off? Like when we know, like
They go through the
yeah, they go through the top.
yeah, and then they come back into the light. He's got his leg crossed and he's smoking a cigarette. Now you're gonna go home and watch that, aren't you?
I am, dude. They don't
Euro trip.
like. They don't really make those
Those
type
movies.
of like titty teen
Porkies.
comedy movies anymore.
Oh,
If
man.
you haven't
What a
watched Euro
travesty.
Trip, you need to go watch Euro Trip. Have you ever seen Euro Trip? Scotty
I mean,
doesn't know.
Euro Trip, like American Pie.
Scotty doesn't know.
You know, all the like. You don't
I
get
love
Stifler
American.
characters anymore.
I got my son to watch all that shit already,
Yeah?
just so he could see like my high
Yeah,
school
what it was
years were
like.
like
Yeah.
the shit that I used to watch.
Yeah, Ashton's got some catching up to do, man. He's
like,
seen
"Hey,
like
what
Ferris
is
Bueller and Ghostbusters and all
You're
those.
getting the
But
light stuff so far.
yeah, the light stuff. You know,
he loves
I was
that.
debating like Revenge of the Nerds because Revenge of the Nerds hasn't aged very well.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that one. Maybe not, but maybe like Euro Trip and some of those
See,
other ones.
American Pie,
American
great.
Pie, those are the
He's
ones to
gonna
go
leave
with.
it on like American Pie or Porky's. Just leave it paused. Like, I'll be right back, buddy.
Yeah.
And then just he come back. He's got an education
Yeah.
all of a sudden. Yeah, man. Like
Those are classics, man.
those are great movies,
Those are
man.
great
Like you couldn't make them today.
No.
Like you couldn't make Superbad now.
But you should be able
You
to.
should be.
You
Well,
should
Jonah
be able
Hill's
to.
not the same now. He lost weight.
You should be able to. But also, like I mean, Tropic Thunder. Could you make Tropic Thunder now? A white dude playing a black dude.
They already want to cancel him because of that, and he's like gotten the pass and everything, but people still are just discovering it, so they bring it up and make it a point. No, you couldn't, unfortunately. You know, under the right conditions, you should be able to, though.
I judge. Yeah, man, I judge you on you.
That's it. Don't give a shit what you
If
do
you're a
behind
good
closed
dude, I don't care what anybody else says about you. You good with me? Cool.
That's the problem nowadays, though, is like somebody don't like you, and whoever they talk to has to not like you.
That.
You know,
Uh-huh.
like that dude, whatever story he's got to say about that guy.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you can't like that dude either. You got to talk shit and be on my bandwagon. And man, it shouldn't be like
You know,
that.
it's funny. Like I hear that, and I wasn't gonna like bring this up at all, but like this is kind of what we're talking about. Like I've heard more and more recently that like we either don't respect or talk down about like other promotions or other business or anything. We don't. We just don't care. We don't care. Like hey, every other promotion, I wish them the best. I really, and I mean that. I know how hard this business is. I know how hard of an industry this is. And I wish you all the best. Every single one of you. Like, if you're not a Fury brand, I wish you all the best. I hope you all the great success. Because honestly, the more success these other brands have, the more we're going to have.
Exactly.
The more popularity.
Rising tides raises all ships, man.
Yeah. Like, now that does not mean that you and I are going to hang out and be friends. And it's not that, like, maybe I'll get to know you and we'll be friends. But at the same point, like, we're friends with other promoters. No big deal.
I'm super cool with Peter from
Yeah,
Travis Scott.
Peter's great, man. I don't care.
I talk to him on the regular.
I can tell you, like,
Great
you
dude.
know, John and the people over at AKA, the Bishops, like, I got no problem with them, man. Like, they're doing their thing, doing their stuff. I wish them all the best. You know, it's this weird competition that other people put up where they think, like, if we're either you're being disrespected or we don't, it's just that we just don't care. You know, like,
We're too busy doing our own thing.
it's too busy doing our own thing, and I cannot worry. Look, people talk shit about me all the time. If I was to worry about all the people who talk shit about me, I would never progress in my life.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
You can't respond to that shit.
I don't
man.
have time.
Talk.
How many times have you and I had a conversation? Don't respond to that shit.
it's
Like,
stupid.
like, it's just not worth the time. Not worth the time. Not worth the effort. And if I built my opinions, you know, if I built my life based off how other people's opinions affected me, then I'd be fucked, man. I only care about the people who are with me and are above me, who I'm trying to work towards. Outside of that, man, if you're not doing better than me, I don't care about your opinion. And if you are doing better than me, congratulations.
I agree.
Facts. Anyway, so all right, so we announced our end of the year awards last year. Last show. And then we've got coming up, man. Like, is there a moment this year, Diego, or something that stood out for you in 2024? Like, what was the biggest moment for you this year?
To be honest with you, it would be the Michael Aswell moment. You know, where it's, you know, where kind of Fury shine. You know, him bringing Fury being part of his journey.
Yeah.
And it's being highlighted on the Contender Series.
Yeah.
I think that was the highlight. For
That was
me.
cool. Yeah, I was really cool. What about you, Wayne? What stood out to you this year?
You know, there's too much to try to narrow it down to one moment or one thing, but just the overall growth. Like, I mean, from last year to this year, we talk about it all the time. Like, we always, this card coming up is it's the card of the year and it's a banger and all this. If you look at what we're doing now compared to last year and like the way it's grown, it's almost unbelievable. Here we are doing it, you know. So I mean, the finishes get more spectacular. Like the knockout of the year,
Yeah.
we forgot like knockout of the year candidates. There are so many. It's so hard to keep up with all of them, man. So I mean, that's what stands out to me is just the level of competition just keeps getting better and the growth of the organization, man.
What about you, Eric? What you got? Anything stood out to you this year?
Man, just watching the guys get them contracts on Dana White Contender Series.
Yeah.
Watching
agree.
someone like Cody Steele that fought all his amateur fights, had the first guy that didn't walk out,
Yeah.
you know, and then Cody had to come back to see that and then see him go out there and finish the second guy. It's like he would have did that with the first guy.
Yeah.
Yadier,
Mm-hmm.
watching Yadi and how happy he was when he got that contract. And it was just all trust, you know. He was locked into that Combate Global contract for a fucking long time. He fought like one time in 2 years.
Yeah.
And it took Bob Perez to help him get released from that and get new management. And, you know, Yachty come back to us and us get him 3 wins and then send him off to Contender Series, you know. And as well having that fight you know, and Dana standing up saying, man, this is what it's about. It's just crazy like that those guys come from here. Jacoby Smith get his contract.
Yeah.
Gurule.
I think I'm probably in line with you with that. Like, those are. It was such a cool feeling to watch, like, Cody Steele and Yadier, like, walk past us and give us hugs at Contender Series and stuff, and be so thankful. Yadi, I mean, I pulled us in there with his group to take pictures and stuff. You know, like.
That's one of those things that I'm talking about, like those moments that escape you. You know, you say, you know, get Yachty back in here and get him 3 wins. You didn't just get him 3 wins. Like, look at the competition. Look at what he had to do to get to where he is now. And then he gets the UFC call up. Michael Aswell, Pena Alamov. Dude, he went through some serious competition to get to where he is, man. And it's spectacular. It's fun to watch.
You know, I look at that, and honestly, one of the biggest moments for me happened earlier in the year. You know, we celebrated New Year's in Mexico, and we were walking through there with, you know, hanging out with Diego Lopez and Alessandro guys, and like they didn't even know who they really were. Yeah, Pineda's there. Like, who else was there? McCamish was there. There was a whole group.
Good old Joe.
Nick. Yeah, right. I mean, Mick. But it was cool, and Diego really stood out to me that night because he was just a dude hanging out with us at the beach, man. Like, having a good time,
Choking my son.
choking your son,
He's
wrestling.
still
DJ
like
on
that,
the beach,
man.
You know,
Still the
like-
same, yeah.
and even up until just like here at Christmas, man, I got a message, man. Hey, Merry Christmas, brother. Hope you're doing great. Like it's just to
His
see
birthday's
the
Monday,
level
FYI.
of like fame this dude went through
Yeah,
in this past year, and to think that like we have so many guys who are primed to do something like that. I think Josh Van's gonna have a breakout year next year.
I think so too.
You know, I think Michael Aswell's
Cody
going to get to the
Steele?
UFC, and Cody Steele, and all these guys are going to have
Cody
these
Steele's gonna have a
massive
breakout
years.
year.
Dude, Yachty.
Yachty too.
Yachty's a good-looking dude up there, cracking dudes. Like,
Damian Anderson's gonna punch the ticket next year.
man. 20,
Damian Anderson.
2025 is going to be a very busy year for us.
John Yanes.
Jeez, man.
I mean, have we talked about that card that we just did?
Yeah,
We did.
Yeah,
We did,
We
yeah.
talked about it. We talked about him earning a title shot for San Antonio.
Did we announce his opponent?
I don't know if we announced it. We hadn't been accepted yet.
Yeah,
Was
we
it accepted now?
Yeah, we're
Go ahead.
locked.
Go ahead.
Jesse Rosas.
Yeah.
What's interesting about that is that
Damn.
they come from the same small town.
Yeah. Remember, we were worried about making the match.
Yeah,
And now-
everybody's good with it.
And now they're fighting for a Fury World Championship.
Man, coming from the same small town, their coaches are friends. They're like family.
And they all got on the same page and they understand, hey, this is what we got to do to get to the next level, man. We deserve it.
Could you imagine if John Giannis wins in his hometown, like in Techport?
I was going to say, we're doing that at Boeing Center, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Get those tickets now, man.
Yeah. Our first 4 shows of the year, we've got Fury 100.
I just sent you the projected schedule for the first quarter.
All right. Well, we got Fury 100.
Cool. Can you send it to me so I kind of know about when I need to be somewhere?
And then we're kicking off Sub Hunter with a massive 8-man tournament. That has got this 8-man tournament's got Rafion Stouts. Fucking.
Who's he taking on?
Matt
I saw a match of who's.
Jeremy Owens.
Jeremy
Yeah,
Owens.
man.
He's
Let's
probably the dark
go.
horse to win this fucking
Let's
thing.
go, dude.
Jeremy could.
Hey, that's my
Christian Guzman.
that's
Guzman
my
can take it.
favorite. I want Jeremy Owens to win this tournament.
Guzman has Matt Chanel in the first round, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Hey,
a crazy
listen, those
matchup.
2 dudes may be like amazing guillotines between those 2 guys. Both of them fantastic. So like, just to watch these 2 guys go, I'm fucking thrilled. And Schnell is stepping in there. He only walks about $145.
He don't give a
He's like, I'll do it, whatever, man. Let me get in there. Like, I thought it was cool to see this group of guys we've got.
And Matt showed up to the photo shoot and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's all in.
It's badass, man.
Yeah. So like, it's going to be a crazy way to kick off the year.
Hey, where's Big Man's mother milk? Where's he?
Big Dan.
I heard a lot from Big Dan.
He's been busy, man.
I think he got engaged and shit.
I think he did.
I'm pretty sure I seen him give
the power of the vajayjay.
I know Damon Anderson got engaged.
Damien did?
Yeah. Yeah, he now said it a while back.
Ooh.
Ladies, you better grab these guys before they make it to the UFC. Lock them down.
Not gonna be able to call him semen hands anymore. Hey, the wifey doesn't like that, guys.
So she doesn't like that. Oh, dude, it's gonna be a crazy way to kick off the year. 2/7, we head out to Dallas.
Yeah.
2/21, we go to San Antonio with this fucking bonkers show. Absolute bonkers show, man. It's gonna be a great way to kick off the year. And then March, we head back. We got another UFC PI.
We have 3 events in February because we have two amateur series.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot.
And that's this 28-day month.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be busy every weekend.
I completely forgot. And I've got my kids in the co-main event, like
you go.
fighting for the 45 title against Cade Fauderoy.
Andrew Craig has 2 guys, co-main and
Yeah, yeah. Like it's gonna be another fun year, man. 2024 was. We said this in 23 and 22. Like, this is a crazy year, but look at this next one again, man. Like, we're gonna do some amazing shit next year.
Kicking it off with Fury 100. We got when we getting our coats and
We need to
stuff?
find out. We got those Waleed Perzada made us some custom gear to wear out.
Probably in the works right now. They're probably working
Just
on it
to
right
see
now.
What Wayne gets, because I know.
A dragon. Wayne's getting a dragon.
Yeah.
An elephant.
A peacock.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It's a peacock. Morano got the one with the dragon on it.
Yeah. Well, that one was in the showroom. I think they had him try that on. I don't know if he's getting that
thought-
one.
The Great American Hope.
The great hope.
What do they
The
call
great
it?
hope.
Is it the Great American
Yeah,
Hope?
he's
Some
the
shit?
great hope.
Great
He's not the
Hope.
great white. He's the great hope.
The hope of the world.
Oh, we're not saying that. We will not say this.
You're not the greatest white.
You were the great hope.
Listen,
Be the greatest one.
those guys are fantastic. They
Yeah,
made
man.
some really cool
You
shit.
got cool shit in there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we end up all rocking.
Who would be the greatest white? Rich Burmaster. You're
Greatest white.
Donald Trump.
I kid.
Donald Trump.
God damn, Eric jumped all in on that,
He's
man.
kind of orange.
Jeez, yeah, he's kind of orange. Yeah, Oompa Loompa-ish. He's not the.
Greatest
That's all right.
white. I don't know who I would give the greatest
I
white
would give it to
title
Donald
to.
Trump. Okay, Dana White. The
All right.
greatest white.
There you go.
pretty
Boom.
good.
Hey.
He's pretty
Dana
good.
White.
Try to set you up for it.
He's pretty good.
White.
I don't even think about him at all. I'm just trying to think
Doe.
of white people.
Or you can say it the way Jose says it. Dana White.
Donald White. Donald White.
Dana White.
Oh shit,
Hey,
man.
did y'all see Joe Rogan talking about Conor?
No.
He said he doesn't think he'll ever fight again.
He looked like he got a hair transplant.
Who?
Connor.
Did he?
That's probably why I missed that. What you call him fight?
Chandler fight?
That guy,
If
yeah.
you go look at his IG for a while, he was.
was gonna
starting
say-
to look a little thin,
I was gonna say Dan Hooker, but I knew that wasn't it.
and now he kind of shaved his head, but you can see like a lower hairline. But
Hey, and that's fine.
I don't.
They got it down in Turkey. Golly, man. Like, I'm not ashamed of my hair, but dude, they make me want to go over there and get a hair transplant.
I'm gonna put my hairline right here.
He needs to ever fight again.
Shit'll never come.
He
back.
really doesn't. I mean,
You don't need to.
Nah,
I don't know.
I'll
Other
be
than
honest,
like,
I wouldn't.
other than
what?
for like his own personal ego, his own personal reasons, like to come back from the catastrophic leg
good,
injury in his last fight. Other than to come back and say he did it, what's the reason?
The only issue I
He's
have
made
with,
for life.
I have with Conor coming back fighting right now is, look, it's not going to go well. You're in the declining part of your career. You've injured yourself. You've broken the fucking leg, and you're trying to come back. And listen, like there's people right now who don't understand how good Anderson Silva was because they've only saw the tail end of his career. They only saw the end. There's people right now who don't understand.
he came back.
2015 Conor McGregor was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
In 1
The
year,
one that knocked out Aldo.
in
The
1
that
year,
Yeah.
knocked Eddie Alvarez.
dude, in
Yeah.
the same year, that was on the same year.
Chad Mendez.
And then he went and fought at 170 with Diaz
And he got
in the
choked.
same fucking year.
Crazy.
That's the one that Diaz choked him.
Yeah. Then he came back and beat him. Questionably beat him. But listen, that run that Conor, I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. Ever. Like who's gonna come in? He changed the game. He changed the way that people get paid. He changed the amount of money that the UFC was bringing in. Listen, you can whether it's admitted or not. Part of the reason that became a $4 billion valuation and they were sold is because of the money that Conor was bringing in.
Dana White will tell you
The great
John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time.
Well, I don't disagree.
So
He is.
He's not the greatest money.
he's the reason.
He's not the greatest.
He's
draw
the
of all
reason.
time. You know, like
Well, I
it's-
think him and Aspinall's gonna draw.
It will draw. I don't think it breaks any of Conor's records.
I don't know.
I don't think it does. Now I will say like because of the way the sport is growing, like those records will all be broken. Like every record
some point.
is made to be broken. But that 2013, 14, 15 run we saw at Conor, where he was telling you what round he was going to knock people out in and doing it. Knocked out Dustin Poirier in the first after calling it. Dennis Seaver in the first after calling it.
But then Poirier came back. And
He did. 100%.
So Connor's, what is he in rematches?
Oh, I don't think he's good. At
Ofer.
Well, no, he
For everything.
He beat Diaz. He's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like 1 for 3.
All right, one for.
Okay.
I mean, but also like the guy to say that Dustin Poirier's got your number, that's not too bad, dude. Like that's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, like, and Conor came through at a time where like that 45 division was at its peak. Aldo was on top. He didn't defeat an Aldo who was like losing fights. Aldo was still the king of Rio at that point.
He put his lights out.
Put him out, and then what he did to Eddie Alvarez may be the greatest single performance I've ever seen from a fighter, like an MMA fighter in a
See that
cage.
he hit him with like a 4-punch combo. Pow, 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 pow.
Dude, if you go back and like if you want to talk to a young fighter about timing and distance and like how to actually use distance to your advantage and movement, and Conor wasn't over punching in those combinations, like he was just trying to touch him.
Yeah.
He's
And
patient, laying back in the
End of his
pocket.
punches.
God, dude, the way
End
like
of his
that
punches.
that is the best performance I've ever seen from a fighter.
Yeah.
Like I cannot think of something that tops that. I'm sure there's been moments where like Donald Cerrone had his crazy combination he threw, or Nate Marquardt years ago had this crazy combination he threw. It was like a 10-punch combination, but still that entire performance from Conor, like he just
Some
made
vodka in there.
Alvarez like dog shit. He was a former champion.
Yeah.
He was the champion at that time too. Shit, yeah. So crazy to see. Is there? I mean, so obviously, John Jones Aspinall, is that the biggest fight to make next year, or is it John Jones Pereira?
Or is it Jones and Ngannou?
I want to say I saw something that said Aspinall and Jones is going to be during International Fight Week in July.
I've heard that too. I don't know if it's. I mean, you don't know if it's real or not, but I've heard that too.
Usually the first.
I saw some headline where I don't know if it's bullshit or not. I didn't like dive into it where they're trying to make that Ngannou and then John Jones fight again. There's talks of it. I don't see it happening, but no.
No, I think he's too locked into the PFL.
But the Dubai contingent, like though that side of the world is trying to make it happen, and whenever they throw money at stuff, it tends to at least get a sniff.
Sure.
Right.
True.
No, it does for sure. I
don't really want to see it anymore. I'd rather see him fight Aspinall.
I'd rather see him.
Me too.
I mean, that's just me
Ferrer's got
and my preference.
Still at 205. They're not
I
gonna
feel like
move
the
him
ship has
heavyweight.
sailed with Ngannou.
Yeah, I think it is time for Jones to give the younger guy the shot. Look, DC was 37, Jones was 32 when they fought. DC gave the shots to the younger guys as you're supposed to when you get to that. This is the time where John is now supposed to either prove that the young guns weren't ready for him and ride off into the sunset, or give the young gun the chance to go out and let the young guy overthrow him. I think Aspinall could be the guy.
I've seen that moving.
I think he very well could be the guy that does it.
Yeah.
But then again,
It could happen. Just don't see it happening. That's just me, man.
yeah, I hope. Oh, there's a ghost in here. Like we're all just staring at the can as it goes.
So how do you think it goes? You think we're going like all 5 rounds and the judges get a hold of it?
No.
Or do you think we get a finish out of
John
it?
Jones finishes.
Nah.
Yeah, round 3 or 4.
Huh.
He figures his number out in 2 or 3 and finishes in 3
Man,
or 4.
I'm with Eric. That's kind of the way I see it going, man. I think you give John
won't
Jones
bet
a couple
against
of
John
rounds
ever.
to feel Aspinall out, and then the finish happens.
I think if we
decision.
see a finish early, it's Aspinall catching John. Because Aspinall is just
wanna bet?
as big
Yeah.
as John.
I go.
And he's got that
I'll
knockout
bet
power.
John-
I mean,
Yeah.
That fight will go decision.
But I
No,
think
you gotta
I
bet
think,
for your guy
I
to
think
win.
if it gets out of the first round, John Jones finishes in probably 3 or 4. Because he's just too fucking smart.
Yeah.
Like he's so good at
yes.
figuring out what you're good
man,
at.
his fight IQ is just next level.
It's insane.
Nobody's touching it, man.
It's insane. Like, I forget, maybe it was ESPN, they were showing like John Jones isn't this phenomenal athlete. He can barely dunk a basketball at 6'5". Like he's not really coordinated.
That's just offensive. As a white man who can't jump, who tried so hard, that's
Yeah.
just offensive that a 6'5" guy can't dunk a basketball.
like, and he'll tell you like my brothers are all way more athletic than I am. I
He's
can't.
6'5" and can't dunk a
Yeah,
basketball.
I can't. I mean,
It's just
barely,
offensive,
barely.
man.
Like
believe it.
he's got 2 brothers who are in the NFL, like way better athletes than him. But when you watch him in the cage, there's
And they whoop him, though.
never been a mind like his in that cage, man. I will say
Fight IQ.
Demetrius Johnson may be like
Maybe GSP.
it's just small. Yeah, the problem with GSP
Anderson.
is GSP wasn't this like bigger than life figure.
He was a fucking athlete.
He's
though.
a crazy athlete. John Jones is 6'5", 84 inch. Like, you're a freak show already walking. So when the UFC first did the first fan expo here in Houston, Sid and I were playing video game. They had the video game wall set up, and we're playing the first like UFC game. We're waiting to pick up Pat Barry, and we're sitting there playing, and John Jones walks up next to me and starts playing on the fucking game next to me. And I look over, and I didn't even recognize who it was. He was barely in the UFC at that time.
21 years old.
But he was massive. I was like, this big fucking black, all right, guy. All right. And I walk away, he's like, that was John Jones. I'm like, oh, shit, really? That was cool. But, like, he is a big dude. GSP is, like, 190 pounds, you know? Like, he's 5'10", 5'11", maybe 5'10". You know, he's not super tall. That's the biggest difference. Now, when I look at fight IQ, and, yeah, dude, GSP was amazing, too.
Yeah.
I think when you look at that, like, top 5, those 3 are generally the ones you're going to come up with first. Demetrius Johnson, John Jones, GSP.
Anderson Silva's got to be in there.
Silva, man. And then 5 is, you know, kind of subjective to whoever you want to put in there. There's no reason not to put Jose Aldo in there with his fucking crazy run he was on. So, who knows, man? Who knows? Diego, you got anything left before we close out 2024?
Oh, real quick, speaking of massive, did you see Robellis in Karate Combat?
Yeah, he got like a 4-second knockout or
It looked
something.
just like what he did
Yeah.
everywhere
He did
else,
here.
outside of the UFC.
Hey.
And his first fight in the UFC.
If you want to have a shot,
That's where he needs to be.
He needs to stay there.
if you want to have a shot against Robellis of Spain, you've got to get him to the ground. Do not stand in front of him.
No. And
He threw one kick and one punch, and that was a wrap.
it's funny. He throws the same shit.
Yeah.
No, he caught most of the guys in ours with a left hook.
No, it was a right hand.
Well, he caught Miles Banks.
He
with a
caught
left.
he caught Miles with a
Leg kick.
and then a right hand.
Okay, so it was the same.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I
He
thought
throws
hit
that same
somebody
combo.
with
He
his
throws
left
that
back
was
it
the
up.
one before him. Payne, was it Stevie
Okay.
Payne? Yeah, it might have been Payne.
Oh, but he's just massive. But
He's got the fucking death touch, but he doesn't know how to wrestle, so it doesn't matter in MMA.
But I mean, if he could make a living in Karate Combat,
Why
be their champ,
not?
do it. Yeah.
And their champ is Sam Alvey.
Oh, he's
Okay.
gonna destroy Sam Alvey.
I don't know, man. Sam Alvey's pretty good.
I don't know, man. If I'm Dana White, I'm keeping Robellis of Spain on my roster, and I'm going to give him matchups. Maybe not with somebody who's going to drag him to the ground and expose him, but somebody that might make it exciting on the
Put
feet.
him and Derek Lewis together.
There you go, man. I mean,
Derek will take him down.
Him and Jersey. Him
Beat
and
his ass on the ground.
him and Roysenstruck.
Why not?
hey, maybe, but
Listen,
I don't
if
know,
that's
man.
the easiest way to win. Why not?
Yeah.
Dude, why are you gonna take a chance and get hit with that death touch? Don't do it.
Yeah.
And everybody figured that out. Anyways,
Hey, did you see Raphael Turn throwing the fucking
Yeah.
the cartwheel kick?
crazy, bro. Crazy.
He-
He's been in the UFC too.
Yeah, he may be the most exciting fighter in Karate Combat. Like, he throws some crazy shit.
He's not afraid to take risks.
No, not at all.
He's older though, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's
35?
late 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. See, so the UFC's done for him too.
Yeah, he's probably not going back.
But these guys got to be making 25, 30K in Karate Combat
I hope so.
at least. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
for
hope
real.
y'all ready to get out of here?
Let's do this,
I
man.
guess, man. Hey, on that note, guys, time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
Let's go.